always fun. These are always fun. We want the precious. Yeah. Everybody wants food and stuff. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. I should do it.
I want brownie.
Oh, a brownie. Oh, a brownie. What?
But never mind.
What? Precious. Start screaming out the window at him. Get out of the freaking way! Just like punch my car inside the car and stuff.
There's no traffic ahead of you. Just go.
I think they would tell me to leave.
Really? Think so?
Sir, calm down. What is the matter?
I have low blood sugar.
Just in front of me. Get out of the way. His friend.
Oh, the old days. I should make another one of those. I kind of don't eat that much Taco Bell anymore, but that's one of our outtakes. We have a section in our YouTube channel that has a bunch of outtakes and fun stuff that we've done on the side. Tonight, there's a few things we could talk about. This will be a remake. I did have another show out. I did it early. I didn't have anything organized. I didn't really like how it went, so I just took it down. It was a live show. I'm probably going to do something maybe like that down the road once we get more subscribers, maybe. Just didn't have that interaction that I was looking for, so I pretty much took that down. Plus, I had some stuff in there that was conspiracy kind of. And I didn't want that kind of stuff here on this channel, so let's see here. We are going to randomly look for haunted items on eBay. I did that before a long time ago, about a year and a half ago. The video did fairly well. This time it's going to be a little bit different. Obviously, there's going to be different things for sale. I look for some weird stuff on there, and I had a comment on my last one. This guy kind of like freaked out that why don't I look for more World War II items and whatever. Anyway, no, I'm not looking for that kind of haunted items. I'm just looking for weird things for fun. I might buy something, I might not. It all depends on if it's cool enough for me. I mean, I have a shed full of haunted items that I collect on our investigations and that as well. So I really don't really need anything more than I already have. This is pretty much for fun. I'm going to do that. We're going to talk about, I know I had this, if you watched my other prior show, I'm going to talk a little bit about SETI. I have a little program, a little clip for us to watch. What program that I'm running right now. I'm actually helping out the SETI program look for extraterrestrial life, intelligent life in outer space, and my computer helps scan for frequencies, and we're going to get into that a little bit. We're going to talk about let's say that my subject about sleep apnea. I've actually found something. My dad actually found something. He actually watches my shows, and he's seen one of my shows too prior to this. Anyway, I have sleep apnea. It's an ongoing, scary process of mine. And anyway, I'm going to be looking into implants, see if I can actually get it or not. it's something new that just came out, and I guess it just attaches to your chest and inside, and it just helps you sleep, which is kind of neat. You know what? We could just go right into that right now, I guess. I'll switch the monitor over. Inspire Sleepworks. On our cases and that too. I mean, we deal with people with sleep paralysis and all kinds of sleep disorders. If you just suspect anyone in your family or yourself has a sleeping disorder, please go get a sleep study done. I can't stress that enough. That it's important. This thing looks pretty cool. Like I said, it just came out, and I had to get that out there. I promised my dad that I would look into it, and then I will be calling the doctor and everything to see if I qualify for it. Hopefully that goes well. But what I was trying to get to is, some nights it's hard. I know it's sleep apnea related, but what if this can be, spirit related, and maybe in some way? But because I don't know. It's not. Some days it's worse. Some days it's not there. I don't know. I mean, I don't feel any presences in the room or anything like that. All right. Let's get off this subject. It's something I don't like talking about, obviously, because it is something I deal with. So we're gonna go to the SETI program, and we're gonna watch this. It's pretty cool.
It's up out of the water. It doesn't really do that. It's 1,000 feet across in Arecibo, Puerto Rico. It holds 10 billion bowls of cornflakes, and it's a big mirror. The radio waves bounce off that bowl and are reflected up to the receiver, where we have a receiver that's constantly, all day long, all year round, looking for radio signals from other civilizations. The original kind of signals we look for are very simple kind of signals, just a strong signal at one frequency. We'd scan a lot of different frequencies, and we look for a strong signal coming up at one of the frequencies. Channel number 2,264,181. Here's some channel with a strong signal. That was the simplest kind of signal to look for, and then we wanted to branch out. We wanted to look for more interesting kinds of radio signals, and so we started looking for these drifting radio signals. These are examples of signals that are not constant in frequency. I can't feel very well. But then they drift in frequency. And so you can see those with your eye. You find these drifting signals with your eye. There's 3 of them there. But it's actually, we have about 100 million of these things to look at every second. So we need about 100 million eyeballs to do this. What we've done instead is written a computer program to look for this stuff. We also look for pulsing signals, a bip, bip, bip. And that's actually hard to see with your eye, but here I've circled the pulses, and you can find these if you look long enough. Look for these regular pulses, and that we've trained the computers to do. So what we did is we need a huge amount of computing power to look for these signals, and that's why we asked the public, the volunteers all around the world, to help us analyze the data from the Arecibo telescope. And so what we did is we put together this screensaver program. It's a free program called the SETI at Home program. You download it from our website. You install it on your computer at the office or at school or at work or at home. And then when you install this program, it gets over the internet. It gets a little piece of data. So you'll get this part of the sky and you'll get this part of the sky. Everybody gets a different part of the sky to work on. And your computer works on that, looking for interesting signals in the spare time. It pops up like a screensaver when you go out for a cup of coffee. It starts grinding away on the data. And then after a few days, it'll send the results of that analysis back to our server in Berkeley. It'll send any strong signals that it found, any interesting candidates, and then you get a new piece of data, a new work unit from a different part of the sky, and you just keep doing that until you found ET. Your name is attached to every piece of data that you send back. So any signals that you find, you might get the Nobel Prize. You have to share it with me, and you have to share it with a lot of people. There are about 5 million people that have signed up for SETI at home. The Nobel Prize is about $1 million, so you get about 20 cents. You won't get rich, but you might get famous.
All right, well, that's that. I've been doing that for about a week now. I sent a lot of stuff to the SETI home base. It's fun. It's not just SETI. You can go to a website called Boink. The Boink program will have a list of different other programs that you can participate in, like CERN, the Hadron Collider. I'm actually doing stuff with that as well. I'm not going to get into that. There's some other things to that people get kind of freaked out about, so I'm not even going to bother talking about that. I'd like to, but there's a lot of spiritual babble about it, and I don't want to even get into that. You can go in there and actually I'll just show you. I actually have the program running right now. Let's minimize this. This would be the Boink program. I'm running Atlas Home, that's the CERN, and SETI Home. I almost reached 10,000 from my how much things I've done so far. These are all the programs that are running right now. I'm almost complete, 97%. And like he said, you could win the Nobel Prize, which if you find something, and they have found something in the past. It's called the WOW Project. Huh. But let's say I wanted to, add something new. There are so many programs in here, it's not even funny. What was that one? One for like cancer research and stuff. And the whole purpose behind all this is because it needs these projects need more computing power, like that guy was saying. It's a fun little project. Computer goes into idle and then it starts uploading stuff. Right now I have it set to upload all the time. My computer's fast enough to handle all of that at once. Okay, well that's that. Let's see, let's close this. We did that already. That. Where the heck did I put that? I didn't close it out, did I? Oh, there it is. Alright, let's look for some weirdness. I'm not too fond on dolls. I don't collect dolls. I actually like to see what these people say about certain things. I mean, this doll is, $400 fucking dollars. What makes it So, why would we want to buy that then? Because it looks like another doll. It looks haunted. This would make me to believe that us reading this, that this guy is a fraud. We're gonna pass this one. Haunted. What? What? Oh my god. This can't be real. Healing powers? What? Wow, that's a lot of writing. A fucking bag. Haunted Ziploc bag of restoration. Okay. Oh my god. Some of these people I just like to write to, like, what are you joking? You have no proof that this will do what it's saying, and it's $25 fucking dollars for a plastic bag. Nothing else to it. I mean, yes, I've seen things have haunted items, haunted things, ghost spirits attached to certain things. But, you know, a lot of the times it is related to somebody dying, or it was a personal item of somebody's that passed away, leaving their energy behind or whatever. This has no indication of anything like that. Doesn't look like there was any, like, spell work done. That's kind of weird. Okay. Wow. The bag is a wormhole which teleports matter into energy. Wow, this is way out there. They're talking about entities in their home planet exist higher dimensional plane in which they can... Okay. This is weird because this is something kind of what I was talking about on the video prior to this. But nothing to do with a fucking bag, but more of the quantum theories in this. And I was saying that I've studied quantum theory and dark matter, that I was thinking that dark matter is spirits manifesting itself, and I kind of got into the CERN thing, and I just didn't want it to sound like I was a conspiracist or anything like that, and I'm not. It's actually, you know, real science. But when somebody takes something like quantum theory and put it into a freaking plastic bag, I like those words, guaranteed. I wonder if he has it subject as Wiccan. You know, this guy is looking to get sued, though. I don't see a disclaimer on here saying that it can, that it can't, you know, like, it can and cannot. This is just saying it is. This is what it is. It's a quantum bag that can teleport healing energies and stuff into other dimensions, and I understand that a lot of people have their own belief system, but to go off and start selling it to people, that's what really gets me going. They should say that, at least have a disclaimer that it may or may not work. It all is on what is it called? It's all made on, you focus on an energy, you know, focus. It's early morning. Whew. Focus and intent, bringing about something with your own will. But not even that. This is just saying the bag has these properties or whatever to it. You know, I'm just gonna stop. I'm probably gonna write this person like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Green Spirit Resurrection Sandwich Bag. Okay. People will do anything for money. What's sad though, there's 43 people watching that stupid thing. Someone's gonna buy it. Ooh, wow, look at that thing. Yeah. No, thanks. Get it out of my house. $75. What they had to say. What is this? A lot of people know that haunted items sell for a lot of money nowadays. And if it's causing this person this many problems, like, wouldn't you think that you'd want to bury it? The energy would actually stop completely, or throw it in a river. It'll take the energy completely out of this thing and drain it. If it was haunted, you could pretty much baptize this stupid thing in a river, and the spirit would be that was attached to it, if there was any, would be gone. That's, you know, if it was bugging this person that badly, you know. But you know, let's just sell it to somebody else. Now, this is reasonable. It's a reasonable price. Something that you could do studies with. and it actually kind of, I don't know if it looks fairly new. I mean, it could have been redone, but I was told that this mask is haunted with spiritual tendencies and characteristics. Having this on my wall, I could grant good luck to you and your family and spawn many. Actually, I'm not even feeling anything from it. I think it's a cool picture, maybe. But it looks fairly new. It doesn't look. Looks like it either got newly painted or whatever. Top looks a little worn out, but I'd probably get it if it was actually older. That is that bone? It's an ashtray. It's cool. So far, it's just that little baggie that that's it. I don't have that much. That's kind of freaky, man. That's messed up. I wouldn't spend $300, close to $300 for that. It doesn't even look nice. From Romania. It's a Hellraiser box! Chain comes out and gets the guy in the neck. That's what it reminds me of. All those pieces and shit coming off it. You opened the box. We have some sights to show you. I don't know about haunted. What makes it haunted? Why does he say it's haunted and then don't have a description? Oh man, enough of that. Let's I think I have like one more thing to talk about. Okay, it's actually in one of our shows. Um, Somebody asked me what I. They ask me all the time what freaks you out the most doing this, and I would have to say there is a few places that actually really freak me out, and I'll find it real quick, and then I'll even do like a um I'll just show you the one that really does freak me out. I'll have to find it. If you get bored of these rants, I mean, obviously we do have over 100 shows to watch. We really haven't got anything crazy lately. With this last year, it wasn't really. Well, the beginning of the year it was. It kind of it kind of started out strong. We had stuff that really makes you change your mind about going out on the roads and stuff. And this one that I'm talking about, it's a Bigfoot case, or I've never really believed in it until I can't say Bigfoot. There was obviously something out there that was really interacted with us, and it really, watching it now, and I was just so intrigued with what was going on. I didn't really think that. I wasn't thinking very well. I wanted to get this on camera, whatever it was. But I remember seeing something in my mind that this, whatever it was big, and I couldn't really see it in my mind what it was, but I knew it was big, and it was close to us. And it wasn't a human, wasn't anything of this sort. And when you get down to that moment that you're like, holy crap, we shouldn't have been out there. Let me find it here real quick. And it's hard to tell people that, yeah, we're encountering things that we don't know what the hell it is, and I'm not just saying, I'm gonna throw it out there and say, hey, this is what it is, but it's obviously something that, what the hell is it? But it was obviously big that, or interacting with us, the one thing that made me think that it wasn't a human was the smell that we had prior to stuff being thrown at us and being interactive from the woods. I think I'm really close to it. Hold on. Where are you? It's called like possible Bigfoot. Where the hell is it? There it is. We're not going to watch it. We're just going to skip around. I miss Penn Network. It used to be on the Paranormal Network. It's a Paranormal Network that we were on for a while. It was fun. A lot of interaction. A lot of our shows went over to them versus coming on YouTube.
We're hearing noises. We're not sure what it is.
Go and check that out. We know it's haunted. We know it's haunted. We have several EVPs off this road, and one particularly, one seeing Jesse like plain as day. Definitely feel like I'm being watched. Oh yeah.
Me too.
My camera isn't working. In this area.
And that clacking sound, what is...
But it's not.
Do you know my name? Let's just say, do you remember me? You should. We've been here about 6 times. Would you like to leave here? It's pretty freaky. Mm-hmm. It's the same guy a couple times. Are we in danger? Do you remember Jesse? I'm Jesse. Do you remember Jesse? You just said his name really, really loud last time.
Whoa.
Holy shit. Ooh, that still gives me chills. And what happened is I feel that something was actually warning us about whatever the heck was out there. But this video wasn't actually going to make it up. It was going to be, because the video work was actually horrible. I didn't like it. And, you know, over the years, I've been trying to get Andy to hold the camera right, to keep it. He has a problem with the camera. He can't keep it still. So Jesse kind of took over with that. All right, the theory. You can see me in that, right, Dale?
Yeah.
The theory behind having dual ghost boxes is one thing can finish a sentence on one and transfer it to the other with the same void. There it is. I have a recorder down the road so I could pick up whatever this is. Louder.
Mm-hmm.
Like it stopped when we went over there.
Yeah.
Missing something here. Like pee at first. We'll let that be down there. Just make sure if there's a car out running on the run down here and pick that sucker up.
Right? Not like the last time.
That, because if we're making, those noises are coming down that way. If it happens again, we can pick it up better. And the thing doesn't know that, there's something down there, maybe. Let's say it just hurt.
Flowers.
Yeah.
It's like the first time
It smelled like pee at first.
like strong.
Mm-hmm.
I don't smell flowers anymore. Now it just
Pee.
smells like nothing to me.
Buy the car? Car. Car. Are you by the car? Car's right there. You gotta go slower too, Andy, when you move. I don't hear anything on mine. On this one.
Like that. It shouldn't.
Is it Bigfoot? Rocks over there. I just want to know your name. Can you at least do that? Why are you hitting rocks over there? Is it rocks? Tell me what you're doing. Is it Bigfoot? Do we need to run? There it is again. I hate this. My curiosity got to me, man. I really wanted to know what was going on. I'm over here. What do you want? I mean, it's clear as day that there was rocks being, or whatever, being thrown into the. Kind of sounds like one hit
Mm-hmm.
I don't smell flowers anymore. Now it just
pee.
smells like nothing to me. My hands are so cold.
All right, the theory. You can see me in that. Other with the same void. Other with the same void. Kind of sounds like one hit the ground.
Yeah, like a rock, throwing a rock on the ground.
You know, the pee smell, and then something. You know, even when I went over there, it stopped, and then when I left the area, it started up again. And to be honest with you, we should have left. But I just, my curiosity, when something starts happening like that, you want to know if it's a human. There's no way an animal is throwing rocks at us into the road like that. There's no way. And this is not the first time, and I've talked about this before. I'd have to say, yeah, this is one of the ones that absolutely freaks me out. If it was a human, why would they What was the smell? I mean, I've never smelt that before. It wasn't a bear. I mean, it was for a split second like a skunk directed straight at us, this smell. And then shortly after, all these noises coming from the forest. And and don't get me wrong, we've been doing this a long time too. I mean, yeah, we obviously have safety precautions with us. We do have weapons, but it doesn't mean that this thing could take us out at any second. We searching for werewolves and Bigfoot, and we may get made fun of, but what the heck is that? We have equipment to see out into the darkness. There's nothing out there. There's nothing out there. If it was something remotely close to the road like it was, we didn't see it. And night vision cameras and infrared, ultrasonic sound waves. I mean, we should be able to pick up something like that, especially if it was a human. I mean, we on this particular show, I'm yelling into the woods if it was a human or not. And like I was saying before, this isn't the first time we came across that pea smell. We were at Burlington Woods prior to, I'd say about 3 years ago. We were at it. We smelled the exact same smell, and then we seen 7 to 8 feet tall shadows running around out in the forest. That's what hints that we come back to that place, this recently, just to check it out again. It still has a creep factor to it, and I think there was more to the forest than beneath the eye, that's for sure. Anyway, I tell this story when somebody finds out what I do and what our team does, and I tell them this particular story because it was one of those moments that we can't prove that it was anything. It was just something throwing rocks at us from the swamp, because it's all swampland. That somebody would, even if they knew the area, there's no way somebody would be running around at 3 o'clock in the morning with no flashlights, no nothing to see out in swamp land. I don't get it. There's no houses around by us. No. There was, I was asked if the demon dogs one scared me being scratched, and no, not really. I deal with a lot of things on a spiritual level. I'm not in fear of spiritual things. I have a very strong will when it comes to that. I know how to deal with spirits. I know how to command them, believe it or not. It's just when it comes down to a physical being or something like very close to this dimension, is more of a physical nature. That's when it really gets, that's when it really sets in. Like, holy crap, this thing could rip your head off, and then you end up missing. I haven't heard any reports of people going, ended up missing around this particular area. But, there is national parks all over the place that people just ended up missing, and right in the middle of the day. And I think, believe it or not, I think it's something related to what we were just encountered here in this place. I think if I was by myself or somebody got stranded on this road and this thing was around, I honestly think this thing would do something to somebody. Honestly. And that's what really freaks me out about this stuff. I mean, when we went to what was it? When we were out at, I mean, all these places outside kind of all have the same feeling, but it's different. There's something different there at certain ones. I don't know where it is. It's me and Jesse are out at Fitzsimmons. Yeah, it was a Fitzsimmons episode. That place, it's almost relatively the same. I mean, we had the thermal imager pointing right out there, and something's running at me in the dark. I back up. It's funny because I almost knocked Jesse over to try to get away from. I thought I was going to get rammed into because it was big. It was running right at me, and my foot got stuck in the mud, and I fell. I couldn't move to get the heck out of there if I needed to. And the thermal imager did not pick up anything. So, I mean, we like doing the roads, and we like doing the outside stuff. It's more of a rush doing that stuff, but then again, I don't recommend people that don't do this on the regular basis to go off and start doing it. It's dangerous. We have people ask us to come along with us all the time, and I gotta say, you can come with us. You can come with us, but just know that it's not just going out into a forest. I mean, there's so many aspects, how many dangers in doing this. There could be some hobo. Some bum out there with a gun or a knife or whatever end up stabbing you, and it's not necessarily just paranormal, but I mean obviously there's all those elements to it. Jesse's trained in takedown tactics, and he deals with psychomaniacs on a daily basis. He sees murder. He sees people get cut up and, try committing suicide. He sees all that stuff in a day. It takes a lot to really scare us, when it comes down to it. Me, with my studies and stuff that I've been into, I can determine, if we're in a safe enough area spiritually. Nicole is a nurse, so if one of us gets frickin' hurt, she's gonna be there to help us out. We have a medic kit. We have medical grade medical supplies with us all the time. It's in the trunk of the car. That is like one of the most important things. When it comes down, if we're going to know that we're going to be on the road for like forever, we obviously tell the police that we're in the area. We put up, street cones and signs that we're doing experiments on the road to people to slow down. And but we have a lot of safety precautions. I made sure that at least 3 people on the team is CPR certified in case something freaking happens. So, I mean, like I say, we're not new at this, but I seen an increase of people actually doing what we do. I'd have to say we are at that level that we know what we're getting into to a point, and we could take the most safety precautions as possible, and still something could happen. And I can't stress that it's just it's one of those things that it's hard to tell.
This misunderstanding of some
Here, actually, I'll show you another one, and then we can get going.
go in with a subjective opinion.
Yeah.
I'm done with it. I don't let people do this.
So you're not getting
Crazy. I definitely feel freaked out. Like I'm not even outside and goosebumps already.
Well, let's go outside.
Over here.
Yeah, I can hear it humming.
I hope it's those kids, but they're coming this way.
Probably is if I walk in there.
It's not doing it now. It's over that way.
We're in Bender's Park.
And the camera's going off by itself,
Yeah, it's mostly.
so I don't really know.
This is where we jumped back last time. There's something coming out of the woods at us, and the thermal
Yeah,
to pick it up.
yeah, where we heard footsteps running up to us, and there was nothing physical there.
Yeah.
Just to get going.
Let's get going.
Cool.
Anyway, if you have time, watch the Fitzman series. That frickin' place. Unreal. We have. I think there's a power plant down the road. There's a triangle of power lines through the area. It's right next to the frickin' lake. It's a perfect spot to actually have a buttload of paranormal activity happening, and it's a place that we like to go to because we don't get disturbed that much out there. Yeah. Anyway, I hope you like this. Maybe down the road we'll get into dark matter and that about CERN and how I think that paranormal events. I think a lot of quantum, I would think about quantum theories and stuff like that. And I was saying that I believe that a lot of stuff out there is pertaining to dark matter, and we're just touching on that subject. And I believe that particle physics is the future of finding out what we are, what we're all made out of. And I'm a strong supporter of that, and one day we're going to find out what all this paranormal stuff is about, and actually get to find out what this stuff that we're hunting down, what it's made out of, if it's real, and we can, know exactly what it is. That's my whole thing about CERN, the Hadron Collider. I think they're on the cutting edge of finding out what we're made out of, what the universe is, how it was started, and it's really cool stuff. And maybe some other time we'll get into. I'll actually show the books and stuff about quantum physics and relating to the occult, and get real into it. There was a paranormal talk show I was listening to too. Somebody had a scientist online talking about that. Anyway, anyway, that's about it. And wish me luck. You know, I'm gonna see if I can get this sleep study, new sleep stuff done to me. I don't know. I don't really. I'm kind of nervous a little bit because if I have an electronic device inside my chest or whatever, and I go to outside and or in a haunted area, I mean, is this thing gonna actually mess with, you know, with this device? I mean, it's a stimulant to open the back of your throat. I don't know. I'm a little bit worried about that because obviously the scientists and that are not thinking about if it's gonna spirits are gonna mess with the device inside your chest or not. I guess it's not a pacemaker. It's not gonna stop my heart or anything. I hope not. Obviously, gonna ask them if if the thing power surges or something or loses its energy or something. But I guess it's the only thing that really bugs me about it. But then again, if I get this device and it helps me, a lot of my weight and stuff is related to my sleep problem. So I'm thinking that this will help out. Because in the last 6 years, I gained a lot of weight, and hey, but spirit wise with this, I just hope it doesn't. I don't know. I guess I'm worried a little bit, but if it's gonna help me not have a heart attack in my sleep and die, whatever, this is a long rant. I realize that, and there's so many things on my mind lately, but I hope like I say, I hope these videos help somebody, even if you're just listening to me talk about whatever. I hope it's interesting. I try anyways. Alright, I'm gonna go here. I actually had to go to bed, and it's gonna be a long day today. Have a good one, guys. Subscribe, tell people about our shows. Go to our Facebook page if you haven't already. Give it a like. Support our other projects that we have. The Krampus Parade, we have that going on. What else? Normally a lot of our Phantom Elite stuff, we actually have videos and stuff that are not on YouTube on there too, on our Facebook page. Haven't updated our web page. You can check that out too, but mostly a lot of our stuff is related to Facebook and Twitter. Alright guys, have a good one.